Well, do you remember last time we did this? I actually nearly fell asleep.
Yeah.
That was awful. I never want anyone to listen to that. Oh.
You're pretty tired, to be fair.
Hope everyone heard that. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Yes. It's part 5.
It is part 5.
I remembered.
I nearly forgot. This is Stephen's chapter. Oh,
Yes.
music's getting a bit swelling.
Oof.
Ah!
There's data coming through faster than I can encode it. I've already lost 2 processors. They keep burning out.
Please, I love you. You need to get out of there. It's not safe.
I need you, Stephen. I need you here. I can open the gate manually. I can let you in.
It's too dangerous. You don't understand what's happening
No,
out here.
you don't understand. We can solve this. We can find a way. I just need more power.
So I think from this we can tell that Stephen basically has looked at some of the numbers and basically gone, no, everyone's going to die and he's got to warn them. Whereas Kate's gone, no, there's a way we can solve this. And basically,
Jesus, Kate, you're trying to talk to her.
so she's trying to communicate with the pattern. That's the thing, I don't know, it's kind of an interesting question, like whether Kate or Stephen are doing the right thing. Because Stephen, at the end of the day, kills the entire valley.
Yeah.
We'll see him, we're going to see him in a minute. This whole chapter's about...
That seems a lot faster.
Yeah, I think it's just
God for that.
when he does the chapter...
It's because it needs its load time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you may notice to become a lot more awake this time.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months since we did the last part, so...
It's been a couple of months, been about a month.
It's completely dead. It won't start.
It's
2 or
only
3
a short
weeks.
walk to the camp. I think we should split up. You go and fetch Rachel. I'll go back to the village and find Evie.
I don't think we should split up.
I don't want to either, Charlie, but we've got to. I'll meet you back at my house later on, okay? We can talk properly then.
Why won't you tell me what happened?
No, actually, you should stay at the camp tonight. Come and find me in the morning. Bring Rachel back. She's going to need her mother.
Meg.
Just take care of her.
Meg!
What is it, Charlie?
Nothing.
I think he was going to say something there, but he didn't.
Promise. You as well. I'll see you later on.
So me and George were saying a second before we actually started the part, I probably won't leave that little section in. We were discussing on the logo who the 2 people are.
Oh, yeah.
We think, I think, I don't know if George thinks this, it's Stephen and Lizzie. Because I think it just makes more sense to be Stephen and Lizzie, just depending on the game's story.
And like if you just look at the actual image, it's quite optimistic and happy and stuff. There's
Yeah, exactly.
butterflies, they're kind of holding hands. You wouldn't think that would be the image for...
Quite a depressing game.
Yeah.
I said that's the thing. Would you consider this game's story depressing?
Yes.
Because I think it's more. It's not optimistic. I wouldn't consider it that. No way. But it's kind of. It's kind of the most neutral story I can think of. Because at the end of the day, when you hear what the pattern's doing, why it's doing it, it's quite. That is not depressing, but the outcome of what's happened is depressing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's just some of
interesting.
the interactions and stuff in the village life is kind of depressing, really, when you look at it.
Quite boring, but also quite melodramatic. It's kind of like that kind of thing where they've got nothing else to do, so they've all kind of like... I don't mean that in a mean way, I mean that in a
No,
like...
no, it's just very kind of simple.
Okay, we're going in here? Yeah, we're going in here. Why are we slowing down?
Because you've got to do something.
There's no puzzles in this game, so I shouldn't have to do anything. I'm trying to find that phone.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do, basically.
Oh, here we go. Do you wanna go up? Where's the phone? Oh, it's right there.
Why on earth are you there? Why aren't you calling from home?
It's hard to explain. I'm having to move around to follow it. When it finds a suitable host, it begins to amplify. Sorry, I'm not making much sense.
They're talking about flu and a quarantine on the radio, but this...
Arm's been
I know you're
doing the
not trying
glutes.
to talk to me. It just sounds really weird.
We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's got something to do with the other night.
Stephen, your face, the mark. Do you think you're infected?
It's not a disease, Lizzie. It's something else. There's something Kate said about patterns. I can't grasp it clearly yet.
Okay, come over. Have some lunch. We can talk properly. Have you spoken with Kate?
Well, she's locked herself in the observatory. She's buried in the data. But it's already out here in the world. I need to see how it adapts.
How what adapts? Stephen tried to explain.
Time's up. Lizzie, listen. Be ready. I need to go. It's moving again. I'll call you later.
That was quite creepy. I was like, I haven't seen that one before, so I wasn't really expecting it to do that.
It's kind of like the first bit of tension, really.
So it's... I didn't actually realise before that Stephen had the mark on him. I never even noticed that, like that little detail in the story.
Yeah.
So that kind of adds a nice little bit to his character, that he's kind of freaking out because he doesn't know what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, it makes a bit more sense about why he's so erratic with some of his things.
Now that, mate, is a sunset. I don't think there's anything else here to... Actually, let's go have a look through. Don't know what else there is to explore yet.
Open. Nope.
There's probably a doge behind there we don't want to get to. There's probably some doggos.
You're in the wrong neighbourhood.
Motherfucker. Oh, it's over here.
Wow, let's put up some scaffolding.
Wow! that's such an amazing image. Like, sorry guys for destroying your village, but I thought I might build around the house. Oh, it's so good. That was actually true. They've all got like little hard hats on and that.
Oh, it's going to be so weird, people coming from the last part to this part.
Yeah, like we were half asleep, and now we've got loads of energy.
Do you think she'll like it?
It's in an awful state, Stephen. I don't think
Fuck
it'll
you,
be-
Wendy! It'll mean putting down roots here, maybe a family.
Are you sure she
We can all sit on the boxes.
what to stay here?
Sing
It's
camp
our
songs.
place, you know?
Don't start that again, please.
I don't know, I was trying to drink water.
Ambitious love, and she's well older.
See, this is another indication that Wendy's trying to push Stephen towards Lizzie a little bit.
Oh, stop it, Stephen.
See, that's what I mean. She's trying to say that Kate won't want children and all that.
You should make a
Yeah.
choice. If it's a family you want, well, you know how much Lizzie wants a family.
Jesus, Mum, I didn't come here for marriage guidance.
Jesus.
I possibly thought about a fucking house.
Stephen, Appleton language.
Sorry, it's just that you have to understand. Kate is the most brilliant, extraordinary, wonderful person I've ever known. She's like no one else. The way she looks at things, it's like she has whole world.
That's kind of an interesting thing,
I don't
because
think you or anyone really understands.
I think I've mentioned before, does Stephen and Kate really love each other? I think there's an infatuation because Stephen, as he just explained, she looks at things in a way that nobody else does. I don't know. I don't know if it's love though, because he seems to have something with Lizzie. In a way, actually, I've got a really good way of putting it. Lizzie and Stephen is clearly a power dynamic there. Stephen is the quote-unquote more intelligent, as she was trying to explain to her the thing. So he likes that. He might like the idea of being the more dominant one.
Yeah.
Whereas he's infatuated with Kate because she's smarter than he is, and she is kind of more detached than he is. So there might be kind of an added kind of attraction there between the two of them, because there's like different dynamics at play. Maybe I'm going a bit too deep into that.
Well, I think you kind of have to with this game, really.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you don't get anything from it.
So this is the house that Stephen and Kate were going to live in, and it's ironic that you said that the Blight is building this house, because Kate was trying to talk to her. I think maybe she was getting them to renovate. If so,
If you can add a conservatory, that'll be marvellous.
that's why it's like killing people's like, what? Conservatories are made of people, right? I don't know. I feel like George, we should tone it down, because I feel like the Chinese room don't like us making jokes about that game. How do they hold a hammer? I've got this really like weird idea in my head that it's banging an alien, but it hits its own hand that it's materialised, and it gets really weird. Where like he's actually...
I wish we could sketch, because then just like put in little drawings.
Hello? You talked about Peach earlier. You're setting fire to the Royal Mail.
Kate, can you hear me? Listen,
Oh, I can say that was a short one.
I'm trying to make things right. I've isolated myself. I'm in the old bunker at the substation.
Okay, serious time now. This is
Keep this band clear.
this is the last message that Stephen leaves before the end of his chapter.
Okay.
In every house.
It's not the end of his chapter though. Well, I hope it's not, because that was bloody short.
Convince them to use the gas. I didn't know how else to stop it. I couldn't save them. Kate, it's in us, too. I've made arrangements for myself after the strike, after I finish the job. You need to think of
that's kind of depressing. We'll see what else Stephen's got to offer before going to his last section. I think you can kind of get an idea what he's going to do.
Yeah.
That conservatory's not going to build itself. And that's such a dumb joke, but I can't stop laughing at it. Oh, never seen this
You
one.
look well.
I don't.
Oh no, I have seen this one,
But
sorry.
thank you. You do.
It's the same pub we were in earlier,
How
I
you
think.
sat
Oh
there.
yeah, it's because we circled back to the,
Changes around
the
here.
station, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
back
great
here.
to be back. It still feels like home, I suppose.
Ale for
In a funny
50p.
I was
kind
going
of
to say,
way.
that's fucking good.
It's
Oh,
been
you
a
got
long
darts.
time, Stephen.
Oh, what did I get?
Last time you saw me, I
Not
could
very
still
good.
walk properly.
Oh yeah, I thought Lizzie's got a bad leg. Not a bad leg, but she's got a crutch.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry about how things worked.
Bad leg's a bit of a
Or did
bit fucking trivialising it.
Do you think you made a mistake leaving?
My mum tells me it's never too late to change things, to put things right.
She's mental though, Steve. She was trying to look at some birds earlier. She's carrying around dead pigeons like that woman in Not Going Out.
What she meant by that?
That's embarrassing. Sorry.
So I mean, there's a spark here. You can kind of see that.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should go.
Why?
Stephen.
I like he likes both things for different
I
reasons,
don't
really.
think this is a good idea.
What isn't?
It's, to be honest, we were talking about Spider-Man
We're just
earlier.
too
It
old
reminds me
to
of
have a drink, that's all.
the question about Spider-Man that a lot of people ask: who's his true love, Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane Watson? Because he's been married to Mary Jane. He's had a relationship with her for about 30 years.
Yeah.
Not real time. I mean, like in comic book time, where it's about 5 years, but it's just kind of the time slid a little bit. Curry and a pint, only £2. Can I fucking live here?
Yeah. Getting this wrong. This move.
Yeah, we need to. Well, I need to show my contact list.
Sorry, wife, I'm moving out with Harry.
I didn't say you could come with me.
Oh,
I said I was gonna go. Fuck you.
fine, I see how it is.
It's weird. Like this is kind of like how different this all looks with different lighting. Because this is where the Doctor he lost his TARDIS. No, this is the Doctor Wade. There's a scene we missed earlier. I will admit I've missed a few of them because you can't really get all of them.
No.
He has a scene in that car over there. So that's kind of
Okay.
nice. I think it's just where he's making notes to himself, basically, that he's not feeling very well.
I don't think we missed much.
I summed it up, basically. So yeah, the Spider-Man thing. It's kind of like people have asked who's his true love, and it's a kind of a question that never really has been answered because it's too damaging. Really, it damages the character if you
No,
analyse
you
something.
can't define one, otherwise it ruins the other, basically.
Exactly. Is this the right way? Pubic foot
It
path.
seems safe.
I mean, there's nobody around to hurt us. There's no axe murderers or anything. Jump scare.
Just the plants.
And I've seen that happening, mate. Let's get the fuck out of here.
That gate looks dodgy.
I was gonna say. Told you the plant will be next. If you can't rely on metalworks to keep you safe, we'll be next.
It came for the gate. Oh no, not the gate.
We're going to fucking die. What's this cone trying to look at? Oh, hang on, more paint. Were you trying to paint? You've got no hands, you silly cunt.
Could do with. Oh wait, how are we gonna? Oh no!
You should have finished painting this bastard.
How are we gonna get the conservatory done now?
You don't paint the conservatory, you mug. If you paint it, it's going to make it unbearably hot.
Pressure in my eyes again. I can't move my legs, can't feel my face.
Someone's been on a bender.
When I collapsed, the light was waiting for me there. Caught me, lowered me here.
Strange that there's still smoke coming out of
Now
that.
it's pooling around me,
Yeah.
watching me.
Does that imply that it's been there recently? Or,
I think yes.
or that it's just a really, really long burning cigar?
I
It
think,
looks like a cigar.
to be honest, I kind of think that's a really bad attention to detail. Because in a way, it makes the world feel more alive. But on the other hand, it kind of ruins it.
Yeah. It's like this all happened like 2 minutes ago.
So Kate's kind of describing the light. Apparently, it's a living thing.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, I was literally just going to make a joke about that. You fucking stole that from me.
I can help you.
It's a living thing. Okay,
Moving on.
I actually want to ask your serious opinion about this. if we get to the end of this game and it turns out Jeff Lynne is the reason for this,
I'll be okay with that. He can do anything in my books. Genius.
it can do no wrong in my eyes. This is just another ELO talk gone horribly wrong. It's the 80s, it's the right decade as well.
Yeah.
We kind of took this seriously in the first 4 parts, but now fuck it, it's getting weird.
It had to happen at some point.
Actually, I just saw there's 2 lights here.
Come here, this was a mistake. What do you want me to say? You knew what you were getting into.
Really?
Well, I'm sorry we don't measure up to your exacting standards, Dr. Collins. Maybe you just need to give us ordinary humans a break.
What? Ordinary humans like Lizzie Graves? Did you really?
Yeah, he slept with Lizzie. We already knew that. But now Kate's
Yeah.
turned up.
Forget there's one person in this shithole who actually talks to
And remember, Frank doesn't like Stephen.
Don't bother.
Oh, no, hang on. This is... Oh, wait, never mind.
Kate, slow down.
You were engaged to her, Stephen. You nearly married
Oh,
her.
come on, it was just a drink.
Then why the hell did you lie to me about it?
Because I knew you'd be mad and then it would end up in a row. You wanted to focus on the event tonight.
Oh, so you were actually doing me a favor. Wow, I guess I just
I think this
forgot to
actually
say
lends
thank
credence
you.
to the idea
Do
that
not
Kate does
treat
love
me
Stephen.
like I'm an
because-
idiot.
You're overreacting. I know.
And I don't wanna-
You're stressed.
Just
She's kind of not used to... She seems like the type of person who, because she's so buried in her work, she's not used to... this sounds weird, to normal human emotions.
Yeah. Kind of put aside professional work comes first. And...
So, like, this idea that
This is crazy.
the man she loves and is married to is having a drink with someone that he used to be involved with is maybe a bit too much of a thing for her to deal with. So she's kind of like... That's why she's so angry. She doesn't know how to process it. And that's kind of a... You know, as someone who can... jealousy is quite like a universal thing, so that's something I completely understand. It's kind of one of the few things about Kate that I can relate to. Let's go have a look in here, because I think this is one of the darker ones, if I remember.
The light does seem to be going.
Oh! If there's a drummer, I want the drum to explode at the end. There's a phone. There we go.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some
I thought my handwriting was bad.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm trying to read that.
has got out.
Very chill tomorrow.
Quarantine the whole valley. It's right here in the observatory. It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand? No, we can't turn it away. It's come too far. People are disappearing. Shut it down now. No.
An outbreak of the Spanish.
If you won't help me,
Never expect the Spanish Inquisition.
I'm gonna route all the power back through Tower 6. Wait. It's trying to break through again. Wait.
This game should have been called Kate Wait. I actually get back on the game again, even though we haven't really not talked about the game. I actually think this chapter has the weakest music. I'm not really.
I haven't really noticed it, to be fair.
That's what I mean. Like Frank's chapter has the strongest music for me, and I think it never really gets better than that. I think this one of them is like, yeah, I know what it's trying to do, but it also looks really dodgy. It's getting a bit lighter again now. Okay, we're actually circling around a different area now. Oh god, stop doing that.
You're ruining yourself.
Yeah.
Just don't bother.
Is that a phone ringing?
Give us a flashbang instead. Bang! There we go. Change. I prefer that.
That would be so good. If we just let the light through a flashbang.
Oh.
Why is this getting so weird? I don't understand. Like the idea that that little thing has little hands, that it has like it holds things with, it's just so fucking weird to me.
Oh, we really try and sketch this somehow.
I can't draw. Ironic that I've got hands, yet that light can probably draw better than I can. If there's a handless demographic that we've attracted,
What did that rock just do?
when the minute you said that, I don't know if my brain was playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
That rock looked like a fox to me. Like it kind of went a bit blurry. And I was like,
Oh, weird. It's go.
yeah, it's like, is that a fox? Jaws animals. Oh, that'd be so good for like, wait, come back, just trip and kill it.
Well, it seems to be doing it everywhere. I don't know. It's just. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Maybe it's trying to. Oh my god, did you see that?
Things just keep like doing a wave or something.
It's like, oh, I don't like that. That's made me feel sick. I can't keep looking at that.
It's really strange.
Like, what interesting things you've only learned in this place. Hang on, are these dead cows?
Well, there seems to be a live cow.
Oh, they're hiding.
They can't get us under here.
Never expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Watch out, Gerald.
Gerald, Agnes, it's that time of year again.
You never mentioned anything about them sickening yesterday.
I checked them last night on the way back and they were fine.
Oh, they are
Woke
cows.
up this morning and the whole lot had gone.
Put himself on the tarpaulin as well.
Birds today.
Good night, Marianne.
Well,
It's like the fucking Waltons.
I'm not really paying any attention.
That sister of mine reckons they're dropping out the sky all round
What
the
cows?
Dr. Wade reckons there's 6 folk all over the village.
I told you she's mad, woman!
Well, they're trying to get deliveries out.
She means the birds. This cows.
I missed that first.
Moo!
It'll all come right, Frank.
Firing at others as they come to the ground.
Yeah, right.
Kate, they're all on observatory. Don't look up for Christ's sake.
Gallagher style.
But when
Oh
things
god, they're
settle,
everywhere.
they'll see you. There's gotta
I
be
don't, what was
provisions
that
in this
film?
sort of thing.
That really old kids film about the kid who becomes a vampire and the cows become vampires.
I haven't heard of that.
You haven't?
No.
I don't know why, but the cows become vampire bats. It just reminds me of that.
Right, what just happened? Sorry. I'm sure you were reading.
I wasn't. They basically were just talking about how the cows have died and it's gone from birds to cows basically.
Fair enough, just expand it. Okay, that's not important.
And how Wendy's it's not really that important. It's stuff we already know because if actually let's be honest, if it's gone from birds to humans, it's probably killed the other animals as well.
Well, yeah, you can't just expect that, really.
Yeah.
I'm sure the cows aren't exempt. Standing there like the smug little bastards they are.
The smug little fucks they are. I love the idea that when you walk past a cow, you're like, you smug little bastard. Just eating. They're just chewing like.
Elton John's "I'm Still Standing" starts.
I'm still standing.
As the birds are dropping around them.
Moo, my favourite song. That was Stephen, by the way. I'm like, I don't know if I'm even going the right way now. Fuck it.
Dear, dear. What have we done?
Speaking of I'm Still Standing, have you seen that film Sing, that new one?
A bit.
Because the other day I got linked by some random fucking person on Facebook a version of I'm Still Standing that's done in that film, and
Yeah,
it's exactly the same.
Basically.
Apparently it's Taron Egerton who's in Kingsman though, which is, I wasn't expecting that.
There's quite a few people in that, isn't there?
Matthew McConaughey's in that film. Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Yeah.
There's quite a few big people in it. I hope I'm going the right way.
It kind of seems right where all the lighting's changing and everything, and that
Otherwise-
generally implies you're doing the right thing.
Or that I'm walking so slowly, the days are actually slipping by.
Either way.
Yeah, the frame rate's getting a bit fucking bad now. It was alright earlier.
It's just such a disappointment.
Hang on, we
for
were
a game
here
like
earlier.
this. Oh dear. There's one thing they really needed to nail to make this kind of game work, but
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines. Weren't you listening to the radio? Because of the
we'll
flu.
walk down the lines then.
Lizzie.
You've not seen Stand By Me.
Stupid, of course there's no flu, but the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
Well, like you're not using one right now.
Funny. Listen. Just don't use
It
the
doesn't
phone.
feel that funny, really.
No TV or radio either.
Not as funny as our cows are smug pricks joke. Ooh, there we go.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly.
Okay, yeah, we did go the wrong way because now we're back in Lizzie's chapter. Let's go back.
And now the rain's turned up. So we get like 5 feet down the road when the rain's gonna go. I assume.
That's how British summer works, to be fair. I know we were going the right way. Okay. By the way, if I don't know if you've noticed, but the light is acting really erratic, very much like Stephen.
Yeah. Yeah, we mentioned this in the previous part.
I just thought I'd mention it.
Okay, I just remembered something for once.
Smug prick.
And you put me down again. It's fine.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
No, yeah, it's definitely worsening. If that sounds right.
This is the worst it ever gets, by the way. It never gets more erratic than this.
Well, it can't. Imagine what kind of shit it'd be pulling otherwise.
That fucking conservatory's gonna get built!
Get it up in no time. Might even make a greenhouse.
Fuck it, make the conservatory the greenhouse.
Are they called greenhouses in America? Or do they have a different name for them?
No, they're still called greenhouses, I think. Did we say this last time?
I doubt it.
It sounds very familiar.
We often have discussions about greenhouses and other garden buildings.
Things.
Outhouses.
No, that's a toilet, you idiot. I think they are called greenhouse. I know it's called greenhouse gas.
There's data coming
Yeah,
through
maybe.
and I can encode it. I've already lost two processors.
This is where we started.
Oh no.
Okay, cut! We walked around in a fucking circle.
Bloody hell.
It's so confusing. It's not
We
me,
haven't
is
actually
it?
done this before though, so I think we've done alright, to be fair.
Why are you standing around?
I might need to look it up, just let me know. But... It's just because there's no map or no indication of where you've been before.
Exactly.
Which works, but it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
I think I'm going to leave that light there. I think we'll just carry on.
Yeah, fuck it off.
See, look, we've been here before.
Yeah.
That's where we started.
Which way did you go last time?
Just forward.
Is there any other way you can go?
It's that fucking house again.
God.
I think I should have taken the left turn at Albuquerque. That's a Looney Tunes reference, because Bugs Bunny always says that, even no matter where he is. I knew I should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque. I don't know what
I
fucking...
watched that for ages.
What, Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Fucking love Looney Tunes.
Did you ever watch that Baby Looney Tunes film?
Yeah, I did actually. It's alright.
I remember you watching it all the time after school.
I used to love Baby Taz.
Yeah.
Baby Taz is adorable. They actually remade Looney Tunes recently, but it got really bad. I thought it was alright from what the little I saw of it. But they changed Taz into the dog that Bugs owns. It's just like, what? It's a bit weird.
I don't know, it seems like it's kind of lost its presence these days.
They just need
What
to
are
make...
the kids watching these days?
There's a Space Jam 2 coming out, so they'll be back.
I don't even know what's on these days. I know like proper like baby kids TV stuff. I know what's going on there.
Baby kids.
It's that bloody Paw Patrol thing, whatever that is.
Oh, that's... people obsessed with that.
It's on Netflix or something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And what are these?
Well, I saw it when I was mooching Ethan's Netflix.
What have you been watching on it?
Peep Show mostly. And Sarah's been watching some series. Yeah, that thing. Which I still have no idea what actually goes on. She tries to explain it to me.
I have no idea what it is.
Some Disney weird thing.
Isn't it some like universe where all the Disney characters live this together? Oh,
Basically.
we're back!
Oh, yeah.
The tunnel, Howard, is it closed?
I think so. I don't
Sorry,
like
to
it.
make
It's
sure
not
I
I
right.
just
Yeah.
closed the tunnel.
Whining, it doesn't help anyone.
You brick it up, idiot. Put some cows on the
This
front of
headache's
it.
just
Yeah.
killing me. I haven't had a nosebleed like this since I was a kid.
But you've not been to the village.
No, I've been here the last couple of days or at home. I've only spoken to Clive at the EMC on the phone. Well, tried to anyway, but with all the...
See, that's kind of telling Stephen that,
Any other people?
No,
what's his
no.
name? Howard
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's going on?
is getting it from the phones.
It's adapted again.
Yeah.
It
So I
doesn't
think this is
direct contact to
like a
transfer.
couple of days into the actual story
What do you mean
chronologically.
direct contact?
This is
Steve,
where
man?
Stephen has realised that instead of direct contact, it's going over the phones, which is why he's been telling people to not use the phones.
Yeah.
So that I don't know if the story would be better or worse if it was told in chronological order. I don't know if it... Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh on the actual game here, but I think maybe it's a sign that the story itself is not that engaging if you told it in the correct order.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too simple
It
a
wouldn't
story.
keep you interested if you found out things in the proper order. It'd be fairly straight and plain then.
I think using story as a gameplay device as well can be a little cheap, but I think it works quite well here. Oh, hang on, this is Lizzie's one. This is one we didn't see. Oh, this is the conclusion to Lizzie's story, by the way. But it's in Stephen's chapter.
Right.
So this is where we learn what happens to Lizzie. Oh, wrong one.
So white.
Darling Stephen, I don't know if you'll ever listen to this.
She's just in the phone, by the way.
Maybe you've decided to stay with Kate, and I can't blame you for that. But I can't wait for you either.
Basically, what she did was she went to the
I've
train
got
station
to
like he just
prepare
told
the
he just told her to. And
Well, I should have left a long time ago.
she's waiting for him.
I've run out of excuses for not leaving now. But I do love you, Stephen. And I hope you find peace one way or another. Oh, there's planes coming.
I'd like to remind you, George, that she's pregnant. Stephen just killed her.
Fair enough.
Not technically his fault because he did tell her to leave,
Yeah.
but
It'd have been nice if they'd shown something in the light to show that.
But just to be clear, that's not something you see in Lizzie's chapter. That is for Stephen's chapter only, so I didn't miss it. It's just you can't technically see it. I don't know if it's just me, but this reminds me a lot of a Doctor Who story. It reminds me of something that could be in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, kind of. This kind of thing.
It's what Doctor Who does best. Sci-fi stories with human emotion as the basis of them. It's sad that Lizzie had to die like that. She was totally innocent in all of this.
Yeah. Perfect example of British trains. Nothing moving, nothing coming.
Cancelled.
Yeah. And I probably shouldn't mention it in this, but you hear they're doing more fucking train strikes again.
I did, yes. I'm not going to pick a side. I think that they should have conductors on trains. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Cool. We're not going to bore people with the details of train strikes.
There's not really an easy answer to stuff like that anyway.
No.
I tell you, I did find a wallet on train the other day though. Like I told you.
Yeah. And you handed it all in. He's actually so good.
I did. You think, from what we've been saying today, that I was like an immature... I swear to God that said honey cunt. That is just to prove my point that I'm such an immature prick that I would have stolen it. I swear to God that said honey cunt. I thought that was coming from the till then.
It's like £1.80 for like petrol.
Oh, you're looking over it. Yeah.
Bloody hell, I thought your place was expensive.
Let's have a look.
180? The fuck?
It's weird the way they calculate that. I think it might because it's the end of the world. To be fair.
Yeah, maybe.
I like how it's the end of the world, yet it's just about as expensive as BP's petrol is.
Hello, is there anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Clive, it's Stephen Appleton. Are you there? Can you hear me? Over. Come on, Clive, where are you? Damn it. Kate, it's Stephen. Come in, Tower 6. Kate, are you there? Kate? Anyone? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
that the plane's going over? Sounds like it.
Probably.
I think he's trying to tell anyone he can to get out of the quarantine zone. If that was planes, he just was too late.
It sounds like if you listen to the music and stuff. That's what I take from it anyway. But...
do we go here next? Yeah, I think we'll go over here next. Is that you? Yeah, I didn't realise that was you tapping on the sofa there.
I developed a bit of a tapping problem. It's work.
Have you? Oh, because you get bored at work.
Just waiting in traffic.
Fair enough.
You're a daft
Oh,
old bird
Jesus.
walking all the way out there. Charlie would have dropped it off.
What? And have that stinking great lorry of his poisoning my birds? He should
Look!
be
She's got a
dead.
pigeon in her hand.
Honestly, It's a hazard.
I think he was hoping he could have a word with you about Frank.
There's nothing to say.
Oh, listen, Wendy, they might all be scared of you, but that's not going to work with me. You're 68 years old. Grow up. Talk to Frank.
She got a drug problem.
That's a very British joke.
Megan Holloway, give
Oh dear, is that still a thing?
I think so. They don't do ads for it anymore. You know why they don't do ads, don't you?
They're just giving up.
No, because it made people want to do drugs.
No wonder you never finish what you start.
Say, well, just so they can talk to Frank.
Do you remember Frank was the right lad? What was it? Frank the drugs mule? No, was it? What was the dog drug mule thing? It's played by David Mitchell.
Make yourself useful.
That was a Talk to Frank advert, wasn't it? It was like the dog that had drugs in it. But Americans, you need to look this advert up, by the way. It was pretty weird. It was basically to stop people doing drugs. They were trying to tell you where the drugs come from and the fact that animals are often used to ferry them in their stomachs. So like, it was this like stuffed dog that had like drugs in it, and it was basically saying
Stuffed dog. That's a amazing
Joke,
delicacy in some countries.
Also, not stuffed for drugs. I mean, like it was like a prop dog stuffed that had been put drugs in it, and it was basically like, please don't buy drugs.
More like a turkey kind of stuff. They didn't pull it up his arse or something.
I don't know how they did it actually. Like for the stuffed dog, you just opened it, but
Oh yeah, it's that kind of thing. You just open and stitch it back up.
Taxidermy is the word I was thinking of, but
All right.
that's such a creepy hobby to me.
So weird.
I mean, like I'm such an animal lover, so the idea of opening like a squirrel up, stuffing it, and just keeping it in one place
I
is
don't know why
pretty
you
horrible.
want to.
I laughed when I said squirrel then because I saw a really funny vine yesterday where a squirrel fell out of a tree and just hit the pavement with like a massive. No, it didn't blow up, but it basically the noise it made when it hit
I didn't
the
really
pavement was
imagine
fun.
squirrel blowing up on contact with concrete.
No, but it was just like like I thought it was a bird then.
It does look like a bird. What is it? Could be a pasty. I'm not really sure.
It does look a bit like a Cornish pasty.
I don't know what it is. That now looks a bit like a fish
Stephen!
or a crab.
Could be Lizzie.
Jesus, man, what have you done to your face?
It's nothing. Wait and feed. Looks like the supplies haven't been coming in.
Again?
Phones are all strange. Can't pinpoint the logic of transmission.
You what? What are you doing with that paint?
Means the EMC are actually moving at the proper speed. Listen, Frank. Have you heard anything on the radio about a flu outbreak?
Doesn't seem much like
No,
flu
just
to
this
me.
new
The shuttles
Huey
have
Lewis
access
record.
to the valley which are unisolated. No, something about the phones. I can't put my finger on it quite yet.
What are you talking about? Hey, I'm still talking to you. Where are you going?
Stephen really didn't help himself when it came to people not liking him, did he? Still following you?
Ooh, that's a weird glitch. It's going bloody fast now.
I know.
It's alright, Harry.
I have to go to the dad walking for the bus place.
That is a very funny sight.
Bit of a delayed reaction there.
Sorry. So I was just thinking about it.
Have you ever done that thing where you're running for the bus, but you don't want people to know that you're running for the bus? Because that is a very British thing. When basically the
Gotta look normal, gotta look normal.
you gotta look normal, don't look out of place. Right, this is the one that I was thinking of. This is the quite dark one, I think.
I swear we've been here.
No, we haven't. This is the one that's really.
Oh, no.
If you look at that blood on the floor, it's a good indication of what's about to happen. Well, I know where we're going.
They're
That's right.
boxing blood in tins.
Have you been looking up spoilers?
What are you doing here? You thieving bastard. I knew it was you. Take everything you need. But then you have to leave. You don't understand. You can't be near me.
Painting these stupid little pictures. Stealing food. You always were a little prick.
Please, every second we're in proximity makes it worse. I'm a primary conduit.
You're a fucking disgrace. Come here.
Don't touch me. Get off.
What's going on?
Come in here. Lord,
Jesus,
get over
Sam.
us. Thinking you're so much better than the rest of
Please,
us.
no physical
You and your
contact.
stupid fucking missus.
Stop
She's
it.
better than any of you.
Sam? Meg, please.
Don't come near me.
Meg!
Charlie!
Meg, wait!
Don't touch me!
Please, you have to understand, it was an accident!
Let go, let's just go.
Charlie, you have to understand, it was an accident.
Just leave him. Leave him.
What have you done, Appleton, you bastard?
Come on, Charlie, let's just
Meg,
get out of
Charlie,
here.
please!
Steve had just killed someone by accident. In fact, I do think that was an accident. You can clearly see that he didn't mean to do that. He was just, the guy attacked him, so he pushed him off. That's technically self-defense.
Yeah.
I don't know what he hit his head on, to be honest.
Don't know unless there's rocks in those boxes.
I don't think he hit his
No.
head on that. I mean, I'm not trying to seriously consider that he hit his head on the cardboard box and died. But I mean, like, I can't
That'd
see...
be something I would do.
I can't see what he hit his head on. But maybe he was just really, really soft. He's a soft lad.
Yeah.
He just died.
Like a meringue.
What?
God, like a... Those things are soft, you know, you drop one of those on the floor, it's
Lemon
fucked.
meringue?
No, not lemon meringue, just meringue. You know, there's like meringue shells you can get.
I do want a lemon meringue now that you said that.
There's a fucking shop over there, go walk.
I just want a meringue. How am I supposed to get under that? Ah! Right, we're nearing the end of... How long has that been going?
I don't know, I didn't put my time thing on. Let's see if it's... Hopefully it shouldn't... No, it won't fuck everything up. 46 minutes? Fuck me.
Well, we've got about 5 minutes to edit out, so we're near the end of Stephen's chapter now.
There was that bit at the start, actually, wasn't there?
What were you going to say then?
The chart. The start. In the charts this week.
Coming in number 1 this week. The Oasis. With the importance of being idle. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. David Bowie.
This game is a song. That would be a thing.
I think that's showing us how it's travelling through the power lines.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it probably is.
Can you make up your fucking goddamn mind, please?
I'm gonna go this way, and this way!
Goddamn ADHD! It's like a dog. It's like, was that your dog voice?
It could be.
I was watching Would I Lie to You the other day, and there's a really funny bit where Rob Brydon was doing an impression of a dog. He's going like, "My name's Mary." It's like,
Oh yeah.
and I do Tommy Cooper impressions.
Oh, I was reading this funny story the other day about this. I don't know if you saw this gran. Who basically was going out for a 10-minute drive, and she ended up driving 300 miles to Scotland because she missed her turning.
It's a hell of a turn. What? You can only turn that once.
Apparently, she got onto a motorway somewhere and ended up driving to Scotland. How the fuck do you do that?
Okay, that's a funny story, but I would like to bring the tone back down a bit now because we are at the end of Stephen's chapter.
Okay.
And this is where it gets fucking dark. It won't let me move any quicker than this, by the way.
I imagine not.
So let's review Stephen Appleton before we close off. What do you think of Stephen as a character?
5 out of 5.
That was a funny joke, but no, I think Stephen's a very flawed person because he had good intentions, but he ended up killing a lot of people.
When I was a kid,
One person accidentally, the
Dad
other person
fox.
properly.
I think he's become more likable.
Yeah, when you learn
Start, he's a bit
of a twat.
Yeah, but it kind of makes a bit more sense as it goes on once you learn more about him.
It was he's
Powers of that fox.
not for me.
Telling it all about Italy and the villages they bombed there.
I don't know if I would consider him one of the better characters. He's one of the more complex characters. Because
It's just 'cause he's fleshed out more, really.
exactly, he's pretty much the main
But it
character.
was dying, that was clear. So one day, I snuck out, took it a sandwich for food. I was only 8. When it bit me, I remember the anger, the shock, the hurt. Running in, screaming from the garden. My mum panicking about rabies. My dad beat it to death with a spade. Later I found him crying.
Go
I'd done
on.
it, Ken, son.
No, no.
That's what he said. I'd done it when it was hurting me.
Why spade?
He's just got like a flat face, like fucking Tom and Jerry joke. Or something.
Just got this idea. Just such a stupid move. Oh. He makes it. Sorry, Stephen's making a very good metaphor about the pattern there. It's like the pattern doesn't know it's hurting us. Like the fox is just doing something up there. See, look,
I haven't been able to reach anyone on the shore.
it's gone to the rest of the world. We don't. That's kind of indication that it's gone pretty much the most pear-shaped it can.
Yeah.
Terrible miscalculation.
And Stephen might have doomed the world. It's not his fault. He didn't not know what to do. You can see on the floor there as we enter this door. There's some. What would you think this is actually? Just looking at it. It does look like mould, but
It's hard to tell exactly. Really.
looks like fire perhaps. Wait, look,
Oh yeah, so I was seeing if it looked different on that screen because of colour and
looks,
stuff.
looks a bit blurry on there. Right, let's look at the end of Stephen's chapter.
The word camp.
So you have to hold it at a really awkward angle sometimes. Does it do it?
What are you? You understand me, don't you? Well, there's no one left. Just me. You know what this is? What I'm gonna do? You want light? Fine. I'll give you light. After me, there's no one. You'll be all alone again. Forever. Like before. You've taken everyone I've ever loved from me. You've made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you... Kate? Wait. Stop. Kate.
Now this, where he thinks he's seeing Kate, this will be explored a little bit later. That's the end of Stephen. Burns himself to death. I think he might have done that by accident though. So like he might have just dropped the lighter in shock. But this whole seeing Kate thing, he did technically see her, but we'll see next chapter, in the final chapter, what that actually means. And this effect of the fire coming up like that is amazing.
Pretty cool.
Does look better on there though. To be fair.
It's just how it's graded in colour.
I might grade it a little bit when it's and everything.
It's a bit yellowy. It's hard to tell. Different screens will make it look different to everyone.
That's such a nice effect.
Nice.
It's like in space.
Yeah.
Poor Stephen. I actually think this is probably my favourite graphical effects in the whole game.
This is Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.